Chicago Mayor Lightfoot criticizes lack of charges in fatal gang shootout. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot blasts as prosecutor's decision not to charge 5 suspects in a fatal gang-related shooting, saying residents cannot live in a world where there is no accountability. Lightfoot criticized Cook County State Attorney Kim Foxx at an unrelated press conference Monday after her office declined to announce charges in a deadly West Side shootout earlier Friday between 2 factions of the Four Corner Hustlers street gang, the Chicago Suns reported. Well, you can't expect nothing less from Kim Foxx. You cannot expect nothing less from Kim Foxx, because Kim Foxx really doesn't want to do her job. She doesn't. She just doesn't want to do her job. Like I said before, when it came to a cab driver losing his life, okay, in a fatal stabbing, she didn't do her job. She let that dude walk. All right. And that just goes to show what she's like. Period. Okay. Kim Foxx doesn't give a damn. All right. That is who she is. That is how it's going to be until someone kicks her out for being Cook County, Illinois State Attorney. That's how it's going to be. They're going to have to kick her out one way or the other. This is one time I will actually agree with Lori Lightfoot, even though she's just as bad. Lori Lightfoot is just as bad. But in this situation, I will agree with Lori Lightfoot. And if they kick out Lori Lightfoot and put somebody else in there, that's great too, because they're both bad. Okay? And this is a Democratic-run city. Okay? And like I said before, racism is on both sides of the political spectrum. Okay? The right says there is no racism. Okay? And will be pro-cop no matter if the cops are dirty. Where you have... unless it's really a gross act of violence or they can't cover it up. And the left is going to let a city go to crap. Okay? It's going to be very lax in its laws when it comes to violence. And it's just going to have more blacks depending on the government. But it doesn't care about making the city safe. It's complicated for sure, but we really urge the state's attorney herself to get personally involved, look at the evidence, Lightfoot told reporters, and I believe that there are charges that can be brought at a minimum against the individuals who initiated the gunfire. We can't live in a world where there's no accountability. Members of the body snatchers faction of the Four Corners Hustlers street gang drove up to a West Side home early Friday and started shooting into a residence with handguns modified into automatic weapons, according to a police report and a law enforcement source close to the matter, the Suns reported. Members of a rival faction, the Jack Boys, then fired back from inside the home, striking 3 suspected body snatchers, including one who died. 2 of the Jack Boys were later arrested, police said. The Jack Boys initially refused to leave the home, but 3 suspects were later arrested, including one who was wounded. More than 70 shell casings were recovered outside the home, a source told the newspaper. Chicago cops sought to prosecute 5 suspects on murder and aggravated battery charges, but the state's attorney's office declined to charge them while citing insufficient evidence. Told you. Prosecutors told investigators the allegations were dropped because the shootout involved mutual combatants. What is this nonsense? What is this? Okay, because this is the same crap they pulled with that kid that was stabbed in the neck in a brawl. And they let the killer go because it says mutual combat, even though it was supposed to be a fist fight, but the guy took out a sharp object and stabbed the kid in the neck when he was down. And it said it was mutual combat. So you use it whenever it suits you? This mutual combatants crap? How are you going to let this go? So you're going to let two rival criminals who tried to kill each other, who committed a crime, you're going to let them go? Is this what we're doing now? This is Kim Foxx, Chicago's state attorney. According to a police report obtained by the Sun-Times, Lightfoot and several West Side aldermen also sent Foxx a letter asking for her to reconsider the decision, saying the suspects who opened fire were not acting in self-defense, while noting that the gun battle was caught on police camera, WFLD reported. As a result, we simply do not understand the decision not to seek felony charges, like attempted murder, against the remaining two offenders who initiated the gunfight. The letter read. I told you, this is by design. She is just, I'd say Kim Foxx is like Obama in female form, just there to do nothing. You're there, let the country go to pot. That's what they're there to do. That's what you are there to do. You're not there to protect people. You're not there to protect black people. You're there to let the country, that part, go to pot. That's it. Just let it go to hell. Lightfoot and the alderman said the brazen violence needed to be met with swift and certain accountability or would lead to more lawlessness throughout the city. The letter also indicated that neither Chicago Police Superintendent David Brown nor the chief of detectives backed the prosecutorial decision. In response, Foxx noted that Lightfoot, as a former federal prosecutor, was aware of the officer's ethical obligation to only bring charges backed up by facts, evidence, and law. What more evidence you need? It's on video. She is also fully aware that as a prosecutor, we are obligated not to try cases in media, Foxx said in a statement. It is unclear why she has chosen to make such statements, especially absent the full information that was presented to our office by Chicago Police Department. Are you crazy? I told you, this is who she is. Detectives told Foxx's office they were unable to determine how the shootout unfolded from the outset, according to her statement. We viewed the evidence that was presented to us in consultation with the detectives, and they agreed we were unable to approve charges based on the evidence presented, Foxx said. However, as always, as additional evidence gathered, we stand ready to bring charges when appropriate. Foxx acknowledged the toll of the staggering violence plaguing some of Chicago's communities, but said she was bound by ethical and legal standards while considering criminal charges. She could say all this mess because she's probably living in a well, affluent, protected part of Chicago. But when it hits home, that's when they change. See, it's just like, I remember there was a Democratic official. He was all for this type of nonsense, defund the police and stuff like this, until he got carjacked by a bunch of teenagers. Then he changed his tune. And a lot of others. See, when it's hurting them, then they will change. That's what has to happen. The crime got to come to Kim Foxx's door. Somebody trying to mug her, somebody trying to hurt her, then she will understand, all right, we got to take this seriously now, because she's not touched. That's why she's acting this way. She's not touched by the crime that's affecting regular people, everyday people in Chicago. I don't play politics, Foxx told the Suns. Oh, really? We do prosecutions, please. And it's why we do our best to not engage in public conversations about cases, because we recognize that as tragic and horrific as these incidents are, that if we want to see criminal justice and accountability, we do that in the courtroom. Brown, meanwhile, has said cops seek charges on everyone believed to be involved as mutual combatants in a violent crime, the Chicago Tribune reported. My personal opinion is let's have the jury sorted out in front of the judge, Brown said. But again, we have to work with the state's attorney. Whoa. Likely there are things we need to do more to present the case, and we're willing to do that. But the real answer is when you have mutual combatants, people shooting at each other, we want to charge everyone, as they should. This is not self-defense. This is not self-defense. These are two gang members, two criminal factions shooting at each other. One died. Someone died. That's a crime. That is a crime. But this is how things are going on in Chicago. This is how it's going on. This is what's going down in Chicago. This is why people are moving out of Chirac. Blackistan. That's what they call it now. Blackistan. And I feel sorry for the people who have to live that can't move out of Chicago, because under State Attorney Kim Foxx, you're screwed. You know, they had it bad with Lori Lightfoot, you know, when it came to like things going on with, you know, with the mandates and stuff. And what else? The fact that they took out the criminal gang database in Chicago. You guys are screwed. Just get out. Just get out. That's all I can tell you. Let me know what you think in the comments about this. What do you think about Lori Lightfoot calling out Kim Foxx? What do you think about this? Let me know. If you're from Chicago, also let me know. What do you think? All right. Later.